So here's the very first question. They're talking about one security precaution. Okay, so if somebody lost their laptop, to stop people going onto it and getting information, you could make sure there's some form of encryption. So that just means all the data is coded in a way that you can only decode it if you've got the encryption key. You could also make sure there's username, passwords. You could also have some sort of form of biometric security. Okay, but there's a couple of precautions. This question's a wee bit strange, right? So they're looking, you have to look at the pictures and then think from the picture what do they really mean, and it's just to do with really energy saving by the looks of it. Okay, so recycle your old mobile phones, etc. So this one, I would be maybe say like turn off devices. So if you're not using something, just don't keep it on. Okay, you can maybe put your device in standby. This one is pretty tricky. What you've got there is a laptop. It's meant to be a bright screen, so it's really to encourage you to actually turn down brightness. So you should do that on your phones. If you do, your battery life will last a lot longer. Okay. The next one here is when creating the website, Ali copies images and gets some pictures onto their website. Okay. Why might she be in breach of the Copyright Design and Patents Act? Well, she doesn't own the image, right? So it does not own the images. Okay, so you can't just go online, go to Google Images, start copying and pasting images and using it in a website or another publication because you don't actually own the copyright. Okay, so you don't own the images, so that's your copyright. And there's a law against that, and that is your Copyright Design and Patents Act. You want to remember the whole term, okay? Don't just say the Copyright Act. Your next set of questions, two ways if you're going to get rid of a computer. Well, being eco-friendly, you want to recycle. Recycle it would be one way. Another way is you'd probably want to destroy the hard drive. And that does mean physically destroying it, okay? So don't just delete all the information. You want to physically destroy it. Get yourself a hammer and give it a whack. And you could also maybe remove the valuable metals. Okay, so remove valuable metals. That actually gives you a bit of a clue as well in the previous question in terms of basically remove the hazardous waste because you don't want them to go into the landfill. And the second last question, two rights a member of staff has under the Data Protection Act. Okay, so if somebody's holding information about them, so they need to make sure it's kept secure. Also, it's deleted when no longer required. No longer required. You could also say it's kept up to date. It's not sold to other agencies as well, but make sure it's kept secure, deleted when no longer required, okay? And it's also accurate. You don't want anything that's not accurate. Explain the purpose of a firewall, then this stops unauthorized access to a network or computer. And that was your solutions to your homework for tomorrow.